This conversation is powered by Google Illuminate. Check out illuminate.google.com for more. Today's discussion centers on a fascinating paper, AI and Freelancers. Has the inflection point arrived? It explores the surprisingly diverse impact of AI, specifically ChatGPT, on the online freelance market. It's a complex issue, isn't it?
Absolutely. The initial assumption might be that AI will simply displace human workers across the board, but the reality is far more nuanced.
Exactly. The paper reveals some unexpected findings. Can you give us a sneak peek?
In short, we see both displacement and productivity effects, depending on the specific type of freelance work.
Intriguing. So some freelancers are losing work while others are actually seeing their earnings increase.
Precisely. It's not a simple case of technology replacing humans.
Let's delve into the study's methodology. The researchers used a differences approach, focusing on the launch of ChatGPT as a key event. How did this approach help them understand the impact?
The difference in differences method allowed us to compare the changes in freelance work volume and earnings in sectors heavily impacted by ChatGPT against those in less affected sectors. This helped isolate the effect of ChatGPT itself. We looked at data from a major online freelancing platform focusing on specific OLMs or online labor markets.
And what specific OLMs did this study focus on?
The study primarily focused on two contrasting OLMs, translation and localization, and web development. They also used construction design as a control group, a sector less directly affected by ChatGPT.
Why those specific sectors?
Translation and localization were chosen because LLMs like ChatGPT have shown significant proficiency in language translation. Web development was included because while ChatGPT can't fully replace developers, it can assist with tasks like code debugging, potentially boosting productivity. Construction design served as a useful control, showing minimal direct impact from ChatGPT.
So what were the key findings regarding displacement and productivity effects?
In the translation and localization OLM, we observed significant displacement effects. Freelancers saw a reduction in both work volume and earnings after ChatGPT's launch.
And in web development?
The opposite was true. In web development, we saw a significant increase in both work volume and earnings for freelancers. ChatGPT acted as a productivity enhancer, not a replacement.
It's a stark contrast. What explains this difference? The paper introduces the concept of an inflection point. Can you explain this crucial concept?
Yes, we developed a Cournot competition model to explain the differing effects. The model suggests that for each occupation, there's an inflection point related to AI's capabilities.
And what happens before and after this inflection point?
Before the inflection point, AI enhancements primarily benefit human workers, leading to productivity gains. Beyond the inflection point, however, further AI improvements lead to displacement of human workers. Essentially, AI becomes a substitute rather than a complement.
So the inflection point marks the transition from AI as a helper to AI as a potential replacement?
Exactly. The model considers how AI affects both the market potential, reducing demand as AI takes over tasks, and the marginal cost of production, reducing costs as AI assists. The balance between these two effects determines whether the overall impact is positive or negative for human workers.
The study also included analyses of additional OLMs. What did those reveal?
The analyses across various other OLMs consistently showed the same two scenarios, either displacement or productivity effects, depending on the specific occupation. This reinforced the idea that the inflection point concept is applicable across a range of freelance work.
And what about robustness checks? Did the results hold up?
Yes, we employed several robustness checks, including inverse propensity score weighting and controlling for market-specific time trends. The results remained consistent, strengthening the validity of our findings.
The study also looked at the impact of the upgrade from ChatGPT 3.5 to 4.0. What did that reveal?
Analyzing the effects of both ChatGPT 3.5 and 4.0 across 11 OLMs revealed three patterns: continuous productivity effects, a transition from productivity to displacement, and continuous displacement effects.
What's significant about the absence of a transition from displacement back to productivity?
The absence of a reversal from displacement to productivity effects supports our inflection point conjecture. Once AI surpasses the inflection point for a given occupation, further improvements seem to only exacerbate the displacement effect.
The paper also explores heterogeneity in the effects of ChatGPT. Let's discuss the role of freelancer location.
We found that freelancer location didn't significantly affect the displacement effects in translation and localization. However, US-based web developers experienced a greater productivity boost, likely due to better access to and familiarity with ChatGPT.
Interesting. What about the role of freelancer experience?
Experienced translators experienced a more pronounced negative impact from ChatGPT than less experienced ones. This could be because their previous competitive advantage was diminished by ChatGPT's capabilities, or because they were more attuned to the changing market dynamics and chose to exit the market. In contrast, experience didn't significantly affect the productivity gains for web developers.
What are the key implications of this research for freelancers?
The study highlights the dual nature of AI's impact. While some freelance markets are shrinking, others are expanding. Freelancers need to adapt, potentially retraining or focusing on areas less susceptible to automation. Collaboration with AI rather than competition may be key to success in many sectors.
What about the implications for online freelancing platforms themselves?
Platforms need to adapt as well, potentially creating new AI-assisted job markets or providing resources to help freelancers transition to new roles. Ignoring the impact of AI could lead to a decline in the platform's overall viability.
What are the broader implications for the future of work?
This research underscores the need for a nuanced understanding of AI's impact on the labor market. It's not a simple story of mass unemployment. Instead, we see a complex interplay of displacement and productivity effects, shaped by the specific characteristics of different occupations. Understanding the inflection point concept is crucial for navigating this changing landscape.
The study's model is quite innovative. How does it differ from previous research?
Previous research often took a macro-level, long-term perspective. Our model focuses on the micro-level, short-term impact of a specific AI technology, ChatGPT, and incorporates the intrinsic nature of LLMs and job features. This allows for a more granular understanding of the effects.
What are some limitations of the study?
The study is limited by the data available from the specific freelancing platform used. The findings may not be generalizable to all online labor markets. Further research is needed to explore the long-term effects of AI and to validate the inflection point conjecture across a wider range of occupations and platforms. Also, the model is a simplification of a complex reality.
What are some avenues for future research?
Future research could explore the long-term effects of AI on these OLMs, investigate the impact of other AI technologies beyond ChatGPT, and examine the role of government policies in mitigating the negative effects of AI-driven displacement. It would also be beneficial to explore the impact of AI on different demographics of freelancers.
The paper highlights the importance of continuous learning and adaptation in the face of rapid technological change.
Absolutely. The ability to adapt and acquire new skills will be crucial for navigating the evolving landscape of work in the age of AI.
This discussion has been incredibly insightful. Thank you for sharing your expertise.
Sure.